Hello everyone, Digfig here, welcome back to another AdWords video. My voice got really high in the middle there for like a split second, and I don't know why. Some would say a cracking voice, but who the heck actually knows? We're here to turn in this module to these people in this fancy little town that they call home. Checking vendors to see if they update. I'm pretty sure I've come to the conclusion that they don't upgrade at all. Increased body armor and helmet armor, corrosive armor. Sight. Take one of those just to have more, even though I think I have like 22 of the damn things. Murder scene. Get out of there before we get framed again for that. We want to be heading that way, because I believe that waypoint is to send me out the door. Go turn it into the next person.
If the iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch.
I mean, I reached it first.
I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the iconoclasts.
Ah, so that's what was going on. Could you agree with the truce? Given the targeting module, why do you need the targeting module? According to the ship's logs, they suffered some kind of malfunction. Number 4.
That's surprising. The board's equipment is usually in top shape. After all, they have first access to any fresh parts or components.
Agreed. This is mysterious, to say the least.
I mean, the corporations are cut off from this place, to be totally honest. It's getting that whole Mass Effect-y vibe where I feel like the corporations are kind of, something's going on back home. Something's wrong somewhere, and this place doesn't know about it. Because we're the super isolated colony is kind of what it feels like. Maybe there's something deeper going on.
You've spent too much time around Graham.
Why do you need the targeting module?
Well, because the module controls the weapons systems.
Then why do you need the gunship's weapon systems? Seems like people be able to handle this. What's so bad about the iconoclast reaching the gunship? Enough about the gunship. Let's go number 3.
Can you imagine what those maniacs would do with weapons like that? They'd wreak havoc.
And roll back all the progress we've made at reconciling with the rest of Halcyon.
You don't know that.
Oh, I've known their ilk long enough. Even if they merely sat on the scraps, the threat of a bunch of anarchists holding a gunship would bring the full wrath of the board down on Monarch.
That's probably true.
That.
Threaten the system's order and you call down the wrath of the universe. Or in this case, the board's. Which in this colony is pretty much the same thing.
Oh, you see our quandary then.
Why do you need it?
Once we mount them on Stellar Bay's walls, no Marauder or Raptidon will ever be a threat to us again. Stellar Bay will be as secure as any other settlement in Halcyon.
Just don't ask me to lug a bunch of cannons on that ship too. Starting to get this whole little, like, they understand the grind on this planet has been too long and there's been too many side quests and too many random ass things to do. And now they're playing jokes at it. I don't see how UL is going to let you keep their toys. That's true.
The board's
Number 4.
own salvage and recovery clause 32B would say differently.
And they won't dare challenge us over this. Not after the data you found on their experiments here.
Just don't ask me to
worry.
lug.
We'll send an engineering team for those later. We'll have to disconnect them from the rest of the ship.
Of course, they'll be useless without that targeting module, which is why it's critical that you retrieve it.
I did retrieve it. These weapons sound pretty powerful.
Which is also why we can't let the iconoclasts get them.
I'm just dragging out this conversation. Seems like your people should be able to handle
Celia, he's being funny again.
I don't think so, sir.
Really? Well, I could have sworn... Well, that's not important. What is important is that there's a considerable distance between us and that ship, and most of it is inhabited by Marauders and Raptidons.
Yeah, that's pretty treacherous. What's the matter? Can't get your hands dirty now and then. Number 3.
It is. And that's not saying anything about the sulfur pits, the mantisaurs, the iconoclast rebels. Celia, do we have any pep pills? I'm feeling lightheaded.
I'm afraid you finished them going over the sales reports last week.
Oh, well, I suppose you see our predicament. Can you imagine what...
That was a misclick. Shh.
Even if they merely sat on the...
Yeah. Enough about the
Good,
gunship.
because
Did you agree with the truce
they
with
were
them?
all mad. And what's more, they left us. I don't see any way for us to work together.
I've read the reviews. You can't do it alone.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
Oh boy. You're good with details, but you could use someone who's big with picture. The people who wrote your reviews are the same type of people you'll deal with on the board. Pull your head out of your ass, Cinder. Don't screw this opportunity over your wounded pride. The people who wrote those reviews.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Perhaps you have a point. Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts.
What about Zora?
That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo. I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first.
Give him Zora's review. Actually, I already found it at Terminal Cascadia.
Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified. I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms. Any luck bringing... I don't like the idea that... Ooh, that's very good.
Trying to
I
convince
wish I could
them.
help, but I've never been very good at making present. I could
Work on a brief.
if you think it would help your case.
Sure, wadding worker pants. Sure, go for it.
Excellent. I'll get to it straight away. It'll be a few weeks before it's... I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but...
I mean, I have it. But we're gonna hold off on anything farther there. What are you selling here? Same old garbage 36, yeah. Corrosion, mag size. That, just to have it. Journal. Region, we want to fast travel Amber Heights. And we're gonna see if we can get them to be friends with each other. We're gonna F5 it here. Got two choices here.
Captain, we should chat.
Yeah, we should.
Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden.
Let's be frank here. He's an unhinged charlatan.
You're not wrong, but get the hell off your high horse, preacher. This ain't exactly easy for me. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Let's go talk to him, and you run it in the heads. I'm not going as Cam. Number 2?
Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already.
They kind of guess may take orders, but most of them believe in him and his teachings. And then what's next? What do you do when you're in charge? Number 1.
Sometimes you gotta do what's best for someone, even if they think you're wrong. Even if it's painful. When we're in Stellar Bay, they'll come around.
What's next?
Take Stellar Bay. Lick our wounds. Eventually, figure out how the hell we're going to spread the word to the rest of the colony. I'm going to confront him.
Yeah, let's go talk to him.
Okay. Deep breaths.
You're not taking fucking what's its place though, but we can go throw down with this guy.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
We aren't here to argue. We're here to act. Stand down, Graham.
Stand down? I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops? Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
I do. She's got the best intention of playing Halcyon. You're about to take over a plan. You can't handle that responsibility. I just think she's a better leader. Let's get on with the Zara. I do. She's got the best interest.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
Those deaths on your hand, Graham, no amount of meditation will clean them. You ran. You needed a clear conscience, so you ran. You don't seek enlightenment. You just feel guilty. Let's go with it, Zara.
I escaped the corruption of the endless cycle of corporate greed. Yes, I ran from that. But now I'm ready to face it once more. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the Iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Isn't necessary. Not much of a choice here, Zara. Let's get this over with.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Watch out, Captain! Everyone all right?
Yep. She just dropped him. I'll take your shit now. Free stuff! I have no remorse. Like, I am just a bad person. Board reputation increase. Graham's dead. You gotta explain that to all your people now. It's gonna be really hard.
Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the Iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you just killed their leader.
Got the Void help me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it?
Hold on, I was thinking you ensuring control voices targeting modules. Here, let's finish this.
I thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line.
Neither of you can afford this fight. Monarch is going to devour the Vicar. Sandra has corporate resources you could use to spread the message. This says sometimes the best opinion is the most painful. I would love to do Inspired. We'll do Persuade.
You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporation.
Exactly.
All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance.
I've already spoke with him. He's agreed to meet.
I've Gotta prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Okay. Sweet. 5. Get out of my way, everybody. I'm trying to get through here. Come on now. When we're ready, meet at the church. I have a fast travel there, but I kind of want to move and clear it all, but we'll just fast travel down there. I should go see if he has something else to say, but we'll just directly run straight to the church, because screw it, why not? Somehow they know there's a meeting, and I'm not sure how, because no one told them there's a meeting, but just look past that little side effect here. Go out here to where like this cannibal dude was eating people. And meet at this fancy little church. Hello, MSI soldier. Hello, iconoclast revolutionarist.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Hey.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
That's the spirit center. You've got to scale it back. I don't have time for nonsense either of you. Let's just get this done. That's the spirit.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
Don't fret. The captain here is right honorable. Usually.
Usually.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
You don't have weeks, Sanjar. Ready to storm the city right now. What if the iconoclast just supported your supply lines? If you're going to draw up a budget, I'd appreciate a paycheck.
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain.
I'm not saying live outside, just help out with in the wilderness once in a while. Being stubborn about this isn't going to, at least there'd be better than nothing. I'm sure you can find a way to make it work.
Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Captain, this might really work.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that.
Officer, Graham was Senor's friend. Which has my surgeon now. I don't think Senor would have hurt anyone if he knew he didn't agree to it.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something.
Oh, and number 2.
You two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far.
It is. We found correspondence between him and the pirates, wasn't it? You know how they all died just after blocking your proposal. We're missing the big picture of the details here again. Let's go number 2.
I certainly didn't think so at the time, but now that you mention it, I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
The innocent of heart are often blind to the guilt in others.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it.
True. Take back and not try. You're here for your people, not the past. Senor, you're a leader. That means taking responsibility. Let's go number 2.
Very well. I suppose my ignorance is no excuse. I knew Graham for years. I should have done my due diligence and known exactly who I was working with. Surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
Glad to hear it. I'm hopeful for this alliance. Was that so hard? Now hug it out. Number 3.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'll need to sign a physical contact waiver first.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar.
Balls.
Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
We done a good thing, Captain. A real good thing. Lots of folks are gonna be better off because of this.
I hope so. It could go really bad really fast. Walk out here and they all just get fucking murked down. That'd be hilarious. But like, what do I do with this gunship module? I still have that. permanently part of me now. That's what it would seem like. Okay, well, we're out of time for this episode. We actually, you know what? We're gonna do a little exploration, you know? So let's go into town and see what Stellar Bay looks like mixed up with people. Episode can go a little bit longer. I'm curious. Messiah. Not seeing anything different in here. I would have been surprised if they dramatically changed it. I would have changed something in here. But it looks pretty much the same. So, whatever. We're out of time for this episode. I really do appreciate you all stopping by and checking out the video. It doesn't mean a whole lot. Your support. I don't talk to me while I'm doing my outro. Either way, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Don't freak out.